All right, how's it going on out there, everybody? This is Christopher from Mobile Chaos once again. I just want to bring you a real quick brief of what's going on in the mobile world today. Sorry I haven't been on my blog or anything like that lately, whatever. I did put a couple posts on Facebook, but that's about it. But I wanted to touch on a few things that are going on in the mobile world today. This last week, there was two really big announcements that more than likely will change the mobile industry. Um, See, first off, earlier this week, Google announced that they purchased Motorola. That is Motorola Mobility. The stock jumped up something like $15 or something like that in one day. Basically went from like 23 or 24 bucks to right around 40 bucks in one day. So if you own that MMI stock, good for you. I used to own it. I sold it a long time ago, so I kind of missed out on that. But anyway, um, the big thing about Google purchasing Motorola is that Google had always told everybody that they were in the business of operating systems and only operating systems. They weren't in the business of manufacturing or anything like that. And after Google purchased Motorola, they said that they were going to keep it as a separate company. And the reason why they're going to keep it as a separate company is basically they paid $12.5 billion, so this way they can have Motorola's like 17,000 patents that are all dealing with mobile phones and mobile technology and stuff like that. That's the main reason why Google purchased Motorola. Not because they wanted a phone company, not because they wanted a manufacturer. They basically wanted all their patents because, in case you didn't know, all the mobile phone manufacturers, they all sue each other. Um, Microsoft is getting sued by everybody. Apple gets sued by everybody. Google gets sued by everybody, and all the manufacturers themselves, including Samsung and Motorola and HTC. All these guys get sued basically because the way the patent system works in the U.S. is really messed up. Basically, you can patent an idea, not that you actually did anything, but you can patent an idea, and that's basically something as simple as Apple's their iPod or their iPhone, the slide the lock feature. That slide the lock feature is patented, and basically with a touchscreen phone, how else are you going to unlock it? Um, of course, you can come up with other ideas of maybe putting 5 fingers on your device and squeezing or something to that effect. But basically, there's really not many better ways to unlock a touchscreen phone other than put your finger on the screen and slide it somewhere. But that's patented. And since it's patented, basically Apple can sue anybody who has any other feature that even remotely resembles putting your finger on the screen and sliding it, because that's exactly what Apple's patent is. Put your finger on the screen and slide it to unlock. It doesn't say whether it's straight in the line, at an angle. It doesn't say anything. It's just put your finger on the screen and slide, and that is Apple's patent. And because of that, that's why everybody basically sues everybody. So that is why Google bought Motorola. So this way they can have their 17,000 patents, and this way when Apple tries to sue Google and say, hey, well, you're intruding on our patents, and Google can say, oh, well, that's nice. Well, now you're intruding on our patents. So either we're going to agree to disagree, or we're just going to waste billions of dollars. Okay, well, let's agree to disagree, and let's have some sort of licensing agreements, and let's move forward. And that's basically what happens. That's what happens in the mobile industry. All right, so that's enough about that. That's Google purchasing Motorola. They purchased it for the patents, nothing else. Even though I'm pretty much positive not this coming Nexus phone, which is the Nexus Prime. That's supposed to be out in mid-October with Ice Cream OS, which is supposed to combine gingerbread and honeycomb. That's supposed to be out mid-October. I don't think that's going to be a Motorola phone, but whatever comes after the Nexus Prime, which would be the 4th Nexus phone, almost guaranteed will be a Motorola phone, because it's just easier for Google, since they purchased Motorola, to have all that in-house development and have all that kind of stuff. So basically, that's how that works out. And the other big announcement this week is HP, who purchased Palm just about a year ago to license their WebOS. Basically said WebOS is no more. WebOS is gone. They don't want it. They don't want to use it. They're admitting failure, which is not a problem for a big company like that. Yeah, you admit your losses. You lose, a couple $100 million, and you just lick your wounds and you go about your day. But basically, WebOS is gone. That is, if you had a Palm Pre, a Palm Pre 2, HP Veer, the new HP touchpad, any of these devices, you can probably still purchase them right now, but they're all not going to be supported. So as a matter of fact, the HP touchpad is now reduced in price down to $99 if you can actually find one. If you can find one in stock for $100, hey, by all means get it. It's still going to be a tablet. It's still going to work. It's still going to have webcam. It's still going to reach the internet. It's still going to have email. It's still going to have Facebook. It's still going to have YouTube. It's going to have all these applications on there. It's just not going to be supported in the future. So if you ask me if you can actually find one, everybody says that all the online retailers are sold out, but you might be able to go to Staples or Office Depot or Best Buy and actually find one for $100. If you can find one for $100, I would say buy it. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be supported. In 6 months, it's probably not going to be worth much more than surfing the web or getting your email on. But for $100, getting a tablet with a webcam on it, I'd say it's pretty much worth it. Can't really beat $100. That's pretty cheap. That's less than what you can get a Kindle for. All right. So basically, that's WebOS. Like I said, HP came out. They admit their losses. They said, "Hey, we're not going to support WebOS anymore," and it's gone. So anybody who thought they were going to buy a 1.2 gigahertz HP 3 touchscreen slider phone that was going to be the greatest WebOS phone ever, well, you know, you can throw that idea in the trash because it's not going to happen. All right. Other than that, this past week, RIM announced all of their OS 7 devices, which would be the BlackBerry 9900 Bold series. It's got a bunch of different series numbers. On T-Mobile and AT&T is 9900. I think Sprint and Verizon's like a 9950 or something like that. I don't know. I used to keep track of all the BlackBerry like nomenclature, but I forgot it all now. It gets too confusing. It's just too crazy. Basically, what you can get is an old school Bold phone that's going to be a touchscreen, which is good and bad. A lot of people are used to touchscreens now. It has the great BlackBerry keyboard that everybody knows and loves. All the corporate people like it, all the executives, everybody who likes to text message, email, those type things, and types a whole lot on their phone. It's not going to be a bad phone. They have 1.2 gig processors in them. They're going to be fast. They're going to be snappy. They have obviously rear cameras. They don't have front cameras, but it's whatever. It's no big deal. Nobody uses their front camera on the phone anyway. But they're actually going to be pretty good phones. Will anybody jump to BlackBerry to use these phones? Probably not, because the application support is going to be like nil. It's going to be what's out there now. You're going to have all your big companies are going to have apps that support these devices, but all of your new people, say Angry Birds or whatever the latest and greatest app is, it's not going to be supported, and it's never going to be supported because of the way BlackBerry does their development process. All your applications need to be small, tiny, minute, like kilobit files or whatever, versus every other OS, every other cell phone OS allows you to have like megabyte, and even iOS allows you to have some gigabyte files. Android allows you to have some gigabyte files for your applications. With a BlackBerry, it's going to be some kilobits, and that's going to be pretty much it. It's going to be a small file. It's not going to be worth much anything. Your graphics are going to kind of suck on it or whatever. So, but if your main thing is email, instant message, text message, Facebook, phone calls, those, if you use a phone for what a phone is, the core uses of a phone, a BlackBerry OS 7 device is not going to be bad. The other one is the Torch, which is the 9800 series. I think the GSM versions are 9810s. The CDMA versions are 9850s or whatever. It's another one of those things where it's hard to keep track of. But basically, it's an all touchscreen device. It does have 4 hard buttons on the bottom, and that would be like your menu, your back, your home, and call and end or something like that or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But those are your only physical buttons. Everything else is touchscreen. BlackBerry did get rid of the Sure Press, which was the clicky screen. If you ever had a BlackBerry Storm, Storm 1, Storm 2, you know what the clicky screen is like. That's basically gone. It's all touchscreen. Man, my Raiders are really getting beat on right now. It's preseason, 17-3. They're getting beat by the 49ers, and the 49ers kind of suck. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Anyway, so then basically, BlackBerry phones, the Torch, it's an all touchscreen phone. It basically like replaces the Storm. It has 4 physical buttons down the bottom. Not a bad device. Same 1.2 gig processor, OS 7. Doesn't run QNX. Most of you people really don't have a clue what QNX is anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But if you like a BlackBerry, if you already have a BlackBerry, it's not a bad device to have. Other news coming out, Windows Phone 7 Mango update should be out here in another 2 or 3 weeks, which supposedly brings a whole lot of features that people will love. And if you have a Windows Phone 7, you're going to love the Mango update. If you don't have a Windows 7, you're going to be like, I don't care. It's no big deal. The new iPhone 4S, iPhone 5, whatever it's supposed to be called, the latest rumors are saying that it's actually going to be a iPod Touch and iPhone announcement, and it's supposed to be announced, I think, first week of October and out shortly thereafter. So everybody that has an iPhone, that loves the iPhone, you can get your new iPhone here in, what's that, probably about 45 days or so. You can get your new iPhone. That's basically all the big news that's come out in the last week or two. I know I haven't done any blog posts, but I'm realizing that doing video posts is a whole lot easier, better, faster for anybody who wants to sit and listen to me for 10 minutes. But anyway, this, like I said, this is Christopher from Mobile Chaos. I appreciate you guys for listening. Make sure you like my Facebook page. Make sure you get plenty of clicks on, or like on my blog or whatever. Any information you want to know, anything you could think of, please by all means shoot me a question on Facebook, Twitter, my blog, my About Me page. It really doesn't matter. Shoot me a question and I'm pretty much going to try to get you an answer. I don't have every single phone device, but I do read like crazy amounts of tech news 7 days a week. So pretty much any question you have, I can probably get you an answer, or I can find you an answer pretty quick. So it's like I said, if you have any questions, anything like that, just feel free, hit me up any which way you can. Whether it be email, text, blog, Twitter, Facebook, don't really care. I'll be able to get back to you pretty quick. And also, for those of y'all who don't know, I'm going to Korea here in another probably 45 days or so. Korea is like the land of technology. That's all the cool phones that you get in the States, they've all been out in Korea for probably 6 months before you got them. So hopefully I'll be able to get to go over there, and I'll be able to talk to a bunch of different people and be able to purchase some phones and purchase some technology stuff that I can actually preview some of the stuff that you guys might get in the States. A good example of that is a Samsung Galaxy S2, which has been out in Korea for probably 8 months now, and it's just now passing through the FCC, going to come out on a American carrier. So things like that. It's like I said, like if you have any questions, I should be able to get you those answers. Feel free to hit me up any way you can. Like I said, this is Christopher from Mobile Chaos. I appreciate you guys spending a couple minutes with me. Thanks.